Agent Connector for WordPress makes it very easy to connect an AI agent like Claude or Cursor or Codex to your WordPress website. Agent Connector is a plugin. I've already installed it on this WordPress site. You'll see Agent Connector appear in the sidebar menu, and when you click it, it's going to take you right to this connection wizard. This is the core of Agent Connector. You just click Get Started. You choose the agent you want to connect. I'm using Claude Code, and then you follow the steps to get connected. So here it's given me the installation instructions. I'm just going to copy the terminal command, paste that into my terminal, and voila, it is that easy. So now I'm going to show you a full website build I did using Agent Connector. Here we have a WordPress website built out using advanced custom fields, contact form 7, and Oxygen through Agent Connector. I built this using Claude. We have some adventure tours. These are custom post types and advanced custom fields with custom fields set up for like the tour price and things. We have a contact page. This is using contact form 7, and the site is built out in Oxygen. If we go to the WordPress admin panel, we'll see advanced custom fields has been configured with the tour details field group, with post type for tours. If we go to contact form 7 here, we'll see it's created this book your adventure form. And then if we go to Oxygen templates, we'll see it's created a template for the single tour, the tours archive. If we go to pages, we'll see these pages are built out in Oxygen. So if we were to open up this and edit it, this is all editable in Oxygen. Okay, let me show you how to build this step by step with Agent Connector. Basically, I had ChatGPT generate a nice prompt for me. I then pasted that into Claude. It made a couple of mistakes, so I helped it along, and then I made some manual tweaks to the generated site to get it just how I wanted. And the whole process probably took about 45 minutes, probably about 5 or 10 minutes of initial setup, and then about 30 minutes of waiting, and then a couple minutes of human tweaks. Okay, let's proceed. Okay, let's build this out step by step. So here I have a fresh WordPress installation here, no pages, no plugins, no anything. Let's go to wpagentconnector.com and scroll to the bottom and download the Agent Connector plugin.zip. Okay, now that we've downloaded that, let's go back to the plugins page of WordPress and click Add Plugin, Upload Plugin, choose File, and we'll choose the Agent Connector zip file we just downloaded. Click Install Now, and then Activate Plugin, and Agent Connector is now active. We will now see Agent Connector in the sidebar menu, and this is where we can follow the connection wizard to connect our agent. Let's go to Settings, and let's install the Universal Abilities plugin. So click Install and Activate. This is going to allow your agent to do basically just about anything inside of WordPress. Okay, next up, I want to use contact form 7 for my contact form. So I'm going to go back to the plugins page, click Add Plugin, and search for contact form 7 in the search box, press enter to search, and we'll just click install to install that. And we're going to activate that as well. And then I want to use advanced custom fields for the custom post types and fields. So I'm going to search plugins again, advanced custom fields, hit enter, and we're just going to install that and activate. And then lastly, I want to use Oxygen as the builder for the site. So we're going to go Add Plugin, Upload Plugin, and I already downloaded Oxygen. So I'm going to find that in my downloads folder and just upload that plugin.zip file and install now. And there we go. Let's click Activate. Okay, Oxygen is now activated. Now let's go ahead and install the ability pack for contact form 7. This is going to let our agent use Agent Connector to control contact form 7. So we're going to go to Agent Connector, and then we're going to go to Abilities, and we'll see we have the contact form 7 plugin in the active plugin list. There is an unofficial abilities pack for contact form 7, so we're just going to click Install and Activate, and that is now active. Now, for advanced custom fields in Oxygen, we don't need an abilities pack because Oxygen has its own abilities built into Oxygen, and advanced custom fields also has its own abilities built into advanced custom fields. So now let's go ahead and get our agent connected. So we'll go to Connect and click Get Started. I'm going to use Claude Code for this. So I'm going to choose Claude Code CLI, continue. I will generate an app password. This will let my agent securely talk to the WordPress site as if it's a site administrator. And it's going to give us the installation instructions. These are going to vary agent to agent, but just follow them to get your agent connected. So in this one, I have to copy the terminal command and then paste it into my terminal. So here's the command. I'll copy it, and then I'm going to go over to my terminal, paste that in, and it now says it's added the MCP server. And now I can open up Claude and I can start controlling WordPress with Claude. So I'll type in Claude and I'll just say, hey, are you connected to WordPress? And there we go. It's calling WordPress. It's asking me if I want to proceed. I'm going to hit yes. And there we go. It says it's connected. The WordPress MCP server is live. It knows the site. It knows I have Oxygen installed. It knows what version of WordPress I'm using. It knows ACF is installed. It knows Contact Form 7 is installed. So now we can go ahead and build out the site. So I had ChatGPT generate a nice prompt for me. So I'm going to go over to ChatGPT and I'm going to copy in the prompt. So I'm just going to go highlight and then copy. And then I'm going to go to Claude. I'm going to paste that in. And before I hit enter, I'm going to go to the Advanced Custom Fields documentation for Advanced Custom Fields ability. And I suspect that the #1 result on Google is going to be what I'm looking for. It is. And this is going to give me a code snippet that I can call that's going to enable abilities in Advanced Custom Fields. Hopefully they start including this in Advanced Custom Fields by default soon enough, but all this agentic stuff is very new, so that's why it's not there. So I'm going to copy this. And then I'm also going to tell Claude, use this snippet to enable MCP for Advanced Custom Fields. Okay, now I'm going to press enter and we are off to the races. So it's going to get to work and I'm going to come back when it's done. So while it was building out, it said the gallery wasn't rendering and it spent a lot of time thinking about this. So I decided to hit escape to cancel it and then help it out a little bit manually. So the way I did that is I went into the tour template where it said the gallery wasn't rendering and I open it up. It's fixed it now, but when it was broken, it was looking like this. So I manually set it to render the image that it wanted to render. And then I went here and I copied this and I just said, hey, let me help you. Here's how the image needs to be on the tour page. And then I pasted that in. And once I sent that off to the agent, it then fixed it. Okay, it says the site is complete and fully verified, and it's telling me what it's built. Let's go ahead and go back to WordPress and just refresh and take a look. So we have this new tours post type with the tours it's added. If we look at an individual tour, we'll see that it's filled out tour image and price and duration and difficulty and location of the tour and other details. If we go to Advanced Custom Fields, if we look at field groups, we'll see it's created these tour detailed fields. That's what's making this work. If we go to pages, we'll see it's created a home, a fact, contact, and about page. If we go to contact, we'll see it's created the book your adventure form using Contact Form 7. Let's go over to the home page of the site, and here we go. It shows the tours in a list here. We can click an individual tour. We can get to the individual tour page. Definitely goofed up this text color, so we'll have to go fix that. Otherwise, looks pretty good. We can click Book This Adventure. That takes you off to the contact page, and here's that Contact Form 7 contact form. So there we go. That is a site generated from a prompt using Agent Connector, controlling WordPress, controlling Contact Form 7, controlling Advanced Custom Fields, controlling Oxygen with your agent. So I do want a couple of manual tweaks to this site. So let's go ahead and open up an Oxygen and make those tweaks. So the first tweak is these buttons. I don't like that underline on the button. So let's go ahead and edit the header where that button is. Let's click the button, figure out why it's styled like this. Here's BTN. If we go to typography, it doesn't look like we have turned off the underline. So I'm just going to set that. I'm going to hit X on the underline style, and that's going to get rid of the underline. That looks better. This is using the BTN class, so I suspect that is probably applied to every button on the site. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, good. So those underlines are good. That looks much better. I like that much better. Okay, if we go to this contact page, I don't think there's enough like contrast here. It's kind of hard to read that. So let's go ahead and open up contact. And here we're going to go to the styles for this. And if we go to background, it looks like it's got a gradient. And we're just going to make that a little darker at the top. Okay, that looks a lot better. Let's Planet is now readable. So let's save that. That's pretty good. Let's go back to the home page. And I think otherwise, I'm happy with it. Of course, if I wanted to tweak more, for example, maybe I want to say, hey, put a testimonial section right below the hero section. I could just go to my agent and I could say, hey, please add a testimonial section right below the hero section on the home page. And okay, it's going to do that. I'll come back when it's done. Okay, so it says it's baked for 44 seconds, and it says it's added the new testimonial section. So let's just go back to the home page and refresh. And here we go. Okay, it's added the testimonials just like we wanted. So that's pretty. Oh, and one more thing. I want to fix the black text on the individual tour page here. So let's go ahead and open up the single tour template in Oxygen. And for whatever reason, the text is white here on the front end. It looks like it's done this with a short code. That's just kind of dumb. I'm just going to add another text element right there manually. I'm going to go to dynamic data. I'll set it to the post excerpt. And then we don't want this to be black, so I'm just going to add a class. I could add a reasonable name for this if I wanted. And let's go to color. Do we have any variables on this site? We do. And there we go. That's much better. Let's go ahead and save that. Nice.